Just setting up here. Give me a second. Alright, we're playing Assault Gunners HD on the PlayStation 4. I believe it recently came out for PSP, I believe. It certainly looks like it came out for PSP, especially with the limited controls. That being said, I find it pretty fun. It's pretty simple. You know, you're not gonna find a lot of depth in this, even with the mech customization. But for what it is, for the $6 I believe that I paid for it. No, I'm sorry, I paid $4 for $5 for the game. It was on sale. I think it runs for $12 on the PSN store. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty good for $5, I would say. The ultimate wireless flex. I don't care. Background volume. I'm only turning off the volume so I can get the music play. Anyways, yeah, I mean the game's pretty janky, but it's a good jank. We're about to get into it here in a second. Hanger, unit design. So I think I have about 6 designs so far. Most of the names are references to something. If you know, you know. You know? This is the Arasaka. Have the Miyazaki here. Then I have the Kojima. The Kurosawa. Shogo. I don't know if anybody ever played Shogo on PC back in the day, but that was one of the first games I ever played. It was Shogo. My uncle Carlos, my father's brother, he gave me Shogo, something called Chaos on the PC, which I never got to work. I guess the disc was scratched, but for whatever reason I couldn't get it to work. And there was another PC game he gave me. It was awesome. I think it was Unreal Tournament, and that's how I got into Unreal Tournament. But yeah, Shogo, that was like a mech game back in the day. Hitomi, as in Tanaka, that's why it's all thick. And then I have 2 that I haven't worked on yet. Yeah, 6. Oh, I called it 6. Okay, so we're just gonna, basically what I want to do, I just want to run through some of the game. I wanted to get some footage for a review that I want to put together and edit, although I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that yet. I need to get my hands on a laptop. I should have I was going to go laptop shopping today, but that ended up falling through. I ended up falling asleep. I woke up at 3, went to Danny's for breakfast, had my breakfast, hang out there for like an hour and a half. So around 5-ish, after I drove back, around 5-ish I got back, watched TV for a little bit, cleaned up the room, fell asleep I guess around 7-ish, woke up at 12 because I missed a call from my nephew, so I texted him, you know, got that all squared away, went shopping at the Goodwill, found some pretty cool stuff, ended up only getting a few things. And then drove back because I forgot that I had left early this morning to go to Denny's. So I was wearing a sweatsuit. And so by the time I went to Goodwill at 12, the sun was out at its highest point, super hot, hot as hell. And I'm wearing a sweatsuit in a car that doesn't have a functional AC. So that was fun. So I just went to Goodwill and hung out there for a little bit. Boom, headed back. And then, yeah, I was gonna go laptop shopping from Goodwill, go laptop shopping, but I've forgotten completely. And I'm just questioning whether or not I need it or not. I can still stream live, so editing stuff is harder, but I have Share Factory, so I can easily just go into Share Factory after I record stuff and pull it, chop it up and make something out of that. I'm pretty sure this microphone still works, so I think I should be able to for what I want to do. The PlayStation is fine. I don't need a laptop just yet. I do want to get into Linux though, so I might get a laptop. I have been looking into building a cyber deck, although I think it's a little too advanced for someone who's just trying to get into Linux. Okay, anyways. Back to it. So this is the main menu. Obviously, it's a PSP game, so there's not a lot to expect from this. But we have the options menu, which I was in earlier. You have your simple stuff, your controls, which I don't think, you can't even really change them. It just shows you what they are. Background, sound effects, voice acting, the kind of voices, if you want the voice chatter on, voice text, camera control, vibration control, language, credits, simple, basic stuff. This is a report, so this is just how we do as a player. You can see what you've leveled up, your attack, your shield energy, that kind of thing. I don't even think this really comes into play. It's just useless info. It's just, I guess, extra stuff to have. I've played about 7 hours, going on 8 here in 4 minutes. 47 missions, enemies destroyed. Just basic info of what you played in the game. This is all useful stuff, but I realize that they have to stretch out the game and pad it out. More bang for your buck. For $5, I'm fine with just horde mode and missions. It's alright. Anyways, let me swap these robots out. Troop management. Let's get some... Who do I want? Let's go with Hitomi. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get Arasaka. Alright, so let's check out Inferno mode real quick. Different levels that we can play at. They have a DLC for this game that costs more than the actual game. The base game right now is, I think it's 12, yeah, it went over this, 12, $5 on sale. I think the DLC is like $7, so if you buy this game on sale, the DLC is more than the actual game. Alright, doesn't matter. Anyways, let's go with the horde mode. Let's just show you guys what I'm talking about. Friendly fire, no, blocker, deploy. Let's go with normal, just to get some kind of challenge going. This is a really easy game, by the way. I liken it to Dynasty Warriors in that you're kind of just taking out wave after wave of low-level mechs, occasionally fighting a boss. It's alright. Just want to waste time, just come home from work or something and just want to... Just want to shoot stuff. So R1 to shoot, L1 is your boost. The face buttons, triangle, circle, square, X, those swap your weapons. So right now I'm in circle for machine machine gun. If I switch to square, I can use my fist. See? Triangle, I believe, is a shoulder-mounted machine gun. And X is some kind of oh, it's another weapon I have. Secondary. There's not even, they don't even have the, like particle effects, any sort of, like, fragmenting from when you blow up the tank, it just disappears. So it's gone. Very bare bones. But I think as long as you go into it with that in mind, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, I don't know, adaptable? Is it? So part of the reason I want to learn Linux is that I heard with a Raspberry Pi and some simple tweaking, you can make it so that you have a dedicated machine running ad blockers on your network and any device on your as opposed to very extreme on YouTube stuff like that without getting any sort of ads. I kind of like that.
給してください。
Oh, everybody in my team's dead already. Believe that? Yeah, so you get a squad that you can command using the arrows, the directional arrows. It's very rudimentary. Defend this, attack that, regroup, and spread out. Honestly, when I do use the commands, I hardly notice the difference in the behavior of the squad mates. So, you know, but it's something. I suppose. That was a pretty tricky thing. I like that. When I'm driving around in my fucking Gundam, I'm blasting all my enemies. While I think of you. while I think of you. Driving around in my fucking Gundam, blasting all my enemies. I like to pull the trigger, but I just can't go with you. Love me. As I'm driving my Gundam, blasting my enemies. I don't really like this jazz guitar, to be honest with you. It's not bad or cringy or anything. It's just not. I never really picked for it. It's not for me. I didn't miss every shot. You don't really see much of a difference in terms of the weaponry outside of animation and maybe fire rate. Most things go down in 2-3 hits, so I mean everything kind of seems like the same amount of damage. Just more for aesthetic purposes when it comes to designing your bot, your mecha, nice warrior. Yoshimitsu.
証拠を破損。これ以上の被弾は危険です。シールド回復しました。弾薬を補給してください。そう。弾薬を補給してください。全両機攻撃しないでください。
Let's make it level 10, and then I'll call it good. Like I said, this is just like a quick little, like a warm-up game. That makes sense. You don't wanna go into something heavy too soon. So you kind of just dip your toes into something a little bit like the cartoon before a movie, you know, something like that. Is that still? I don't think it's a thing anymore. But they used to show cartoons before movies at the movie theater to kind of prep you to be in the mood, I guess. I don't know what the logic is there, but yeah. Yeah, you feel like the frame rate kind of dip a little bit like that. So bad. They literally just took the PSP game and just upscaled it and put it on a PS4. I didn't make any sense. well, when I started to explode, I had 7 seconds shy of 10 minutes. New record. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's pretty much the game, man. There really is nothing more to it. It's a very cheap, simple, straightforward game. Giant robots flying around, blowing up other giant robots en masse. Shut up. Skip ad. If I had to give it a honest, I hate rating scales of 5s. I prefer 10s. I feel like that gauges things a little more. You know, 2 to 1 is bad, 3 to 4 is 5 to 6 is okay. 7 to 8 is a little bad. It's pretty good. And 9 to 10 is amazing. This is like I'll give this a 3, but it's closer to a 2 on a scale of out of 10. This is a 3, closer to a 2 than a 3. No, closer to a 3 than a 2. It's not trash, but it certainly won't hold you. Like you see, I most of the video was me talking to you. I think the gameplay was maybe 10 minutes. It's a starter game. You play it, you kind of get in the mood to play things, and then you move on to the next game. It's just something you kind of have. For $5, it's not that bad. It's the cost of a cheeseburger nowadays. It's the cost of a cheeseburger on the value menu at a McDonald's. I would recommend it. You know, if you got $5 burning a hole in your pocket, why not? Especially if you like giant robots. Although, all things considered, they don't necessarily feel like giant. It definitely feels like, let me see if I can show you. It feels like taking Gunpla and then making little cities out of boxes and just playing with that. You don't really get the scale for their size. Everything's just like, you know, it's boxes with textures on them. Look, that's a building. I'm on a road.
All green. 戦闘を開始します。
It reminds me of, honestly, when I was little, I used to get like Spider-Man action figures, the Tobey Maguire ones, and G.I. Joe and stuff like that. And I would take shoe boxes from my brother's Nike that he would throw away, and I would cut out sets. I would draw sets on the back of the box. Like it was basically, you know, like those play sets that girls would have, but I would do it with a shoebox. Like Spider-Man, like the Daily Bugle or a bank or something, you know. So making terrain with boxes and just shit I have lying around is nothing new to me, and this definitely gives me that feeling of, oh my god, why are you guys just standing there? You see, look, I didn't even realize the commands for your squad mates are retained from mission to mission, so I had them in like hold position when it should have been in attack mode. And I did that the last match I was on, so now, obviously, when I start this match, they're still in hold position instead of attack mode until I activated them. I don't know, kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, it feels like toys. Not necessarily in a good way either. You don't get any sort of vibration, firing, or hitting the boost or anything. I think you didn't even get it from getting hit. No sort of feedback for my actions, for the consequences of that. Very floaty. Very plain. This is like a, if you ever been to Costco. Oh no, sorry, I think it was Smart and Final that, Costco or Smart and Final? I want to say Smart and Final. And you go to Smart and Final and you go to the beer section, and there's just a white can with the words beer on it. Maybe older guys will know. But that's what this is. This is video game. This is mech game. Oh, this is my thing.
走行回復しました。やったねやったね走行回復しました。走行回復しました。一匹仕留めたわ。やった一匹仕留めたわ。
Got his ass. The designs for some of these things are kind of bland. Again, like with Gunpla, it looks like they took the sprues and they got an accessory kit, like for that plane, and they just kind of hodgepodged a bunch of accessories together and said, "Oh, this is a drone. I made it. It's a drone." What is that, an antenna? It's part of a sprue. What the fuck? Mecha game. I get some parts and some points. I'm trying to unlock the parts. I think there's only 11 mechs available. Let's check that out. Edit design. Let's go with the undesigned. So, edit design.
Seasoned beef, melty cheese, and bacon all wrapped in a wonton shell. Only at Applebee's.
Pete can fix anything that rolls onto his lot. But what Pete can't fix is rising costs. So Pete asks,
You think you'd be able to change like arms and legs, and no, it's really just top and bottom, top and bottom.
with more money coming in, Pete asks if he can afford to fix his place up. And Copilot gives him the green light. Pete does the work. Copilot helps show him what it's worth.
Assault rifles. And the progression of the weaponry is very much linear. You know, it's like with assault rifles. This is the first one you get, then you get the 110, the 130. The next one's gonna be 150 and then 200. By the time you unlock all of them, every time you go to, aside for aesthetic reasons, whenever you're building something, you're gonna go straight down the list every time. Just go for the best one. Why not, right? Like I said, unless you're doing it for aesthetic reasons, you're going straight down the list every time, getting the best possible option. That's a cool little racer rifle. Not the zip plasmas. I want zip plasma. If I remember right too. I want to show you the lasers and how kind of like puny they are. Let's show you. What does the plasma gun look like? Oh, that's the plasma gun. I have a plasma rifle. Grenade knuckle. There's a fucking bomb at the end of my fist, and I'm just gonna fucking punch you. That's hilarious. That's the autocannon. VLS, the Gladius. I believe the dagger. No, not the dagger. Is it on the launchers? Yeah, it's a hatchet. Hatchet's okay because it's at 4. It's 6, I'm sorry. So, those are right. The launcher. What about the axe? Yeah, let's go with the axe. And then here you have your like little boosts, little things to make your mech a little stronger. I'm just gonna make boost lock-ons. Just gonna activate knuckle. Boost recovery rate item. Boost my ammo. Enhance my cooling speed. Boost my laser damage. Here function, blast finger. Shield energy output, yeah, let's boost that. Alright, and then we'll just go take this one real quick to, oh shit, to a quick match and call it good. Troop management, I'm not gonna be Tanaka anymore. I'm gonna be this guy. As a heavy gunner. Let's go to Inferno mode real quick. Hard difficulty, deploy. Let's see what how this works out. Da-na-na-na. I'm not gonna lie, for a half-assed new design, I kind of like the look of it. That's a laser. You hear that? Sounds that way. It's not. It doesn't feel good, I guess you could say. I love the shoulder mount stuff though, like that. All the lock-on shit. I realized that the games really can't utilize R2 and L2, but if they could find a way to get that involved, and then maybe make it to where I can have like yeah, so circle is one gun, X is another, triangle is my shoulder mounted. I can make like L2 the X weapon and R2 the circle weapon, and then that'll leave R1 open for the shoulder mounted. And then if you wanted to, with the base button, And now we're getting into like huge hypothetical here. You can do like a quick little melee system. You see how like if I switch to fist, you know, that's my melee attack. You can make it so that the face buttons will do that instead. You know, like a one triangle square does one kind of hit, like a medium, triangle's long range, X is close, circle's a kick or some shit, or a block, something, you know. The whole game is floaty, so the animations and the feedback of it would be floaty, but you could probably give it a little more depth doing that if you want to. Battle Mecha is cool. Doesn't even have an end. They don't have a name. They're just Battle Mech. Cleared out an entire way. Just like, oh, I'm already out of But yeah, that was Advanced Gunners HD.